Hello Libra, Turquoise Tarot here with your reading for 17. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you all have a wonderful month. I want to apologize for not getting the videos uploaded for February. I actually was sick and I was not able to speak. I had lost my voice for about a week or so, and then children were sick as well, so it was a very, very busy month for me. However, I'm trying to get all of these videos uploaded prior to the beginning of March, and I will be trying to do so in the future for upcoming videos as well. Couple quick announcements before I get started with the reading. I wanted to inform everyone that I am offering a special on private readings. So if you request a 3-minute reading, I am going to be adding an additional minutes to your reading for free. For a 3-minute reading, it'll be an additional minutes for free. So you can use that time to either request or ask another question, or you can ask me to further elaborate on the questions that you provide. Also, if you're interested in donating to the channel or in requesting a reading, I'm going to post a website and the link for a donation in the information box below this video. I want to say thank you to all subscribers and for all of you who have been with me through this journey. This will mark a year since I began this channel, so I greatly appreciate all of you and all the positive encouragement and feedback that I've received. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome and thank you for visiting me and watching the reading. I hope that you'll subscribe if you enjoy it. So let me go ahead and get started with the readings. Now, this first spread is going to be a general spread, general messages for the month for Libra, and then I will be going into a love portion for singles and couples. So let's see what the general messages for Libra are for the month of March. Well, we have the 8 of Cups, which fell out, and the 5 of Pentacles. I'm going to set this to the side. We'll see what else comes up in the reading. We have the Tower. Ooh, 10 of Swords. Ace of Swords. That's a great card to have after those 2 cards. 10 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Ace of Cups, the Moon, Queen of Wands, 2 of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Page of Swords. So I have to say, guys, we have a lot of swords here. And I know that swords depict the air element, therefore it would be your energy as a Libra. But I'm kind of seeing here that you're struggling a little bit, possibly with a fire sign, female or male. Fire signs would be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That can be the sun, moon, or rising sign. If you're dealing with a male fire sign and they're coming up in the reading here as a female, that can say that this person's taking a more passive approach regarding this situation. They may not be as proactive. I feel like this fire sign isn't sure how to handle themselves in this situation. They're not sure what the best decision to make is. They feel as though they don't have all the information necessary to make a decision, or they be avoiding making a decision. So they're taking a very passive approach. And I feel like this is a family member or a wife or an in-law, someone around family. There was, I feel like there was a secret that was revealed, or there's a secret that's going to be revealed that's going to have a shocking turn of events. It's going to create a shocking turn of events. This is a situation where you feel stabbed in the back. Okay? And you may finally, with the Ace of Swords here, finally feel like you have the information now. The Ace of Swords represents truth being revealed. Here we have secrets with the moon, and then with the Ace of Swords we have a secret coming to light. Having all the information and knowing the truth. The Ace of Cups here for me is depicting overwhelming emotions. So you feel like your emotions are running high this month. And you're not, maybe you'd be feeling, instead of the fire sign, you'd be the one feeling indecisive or uncertain about what direction to go, or how to handle this situation. The Page of Swords, as the overall energy, is telling me that there is going to be some communication. The trick here is, though, be careful with what is said, because I feel like there's going to be some hostility and some words that maybe will be regretted later on. I have two things coming up here, two messages. One is, for some of you, you may find out this month that there's a fire sign in your life, a family member, that gets a medical diagnosis that is unexpected. Okay? And this fire sign feels like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to move forward from this. And you're going to be in a position where you're not certain how to help them, but you want to help them. Okay? And yes, emotions are high, obviously. If that was the case, anyone would feel that way. But now that you have the information, you know what's going on. And I feel like for some of you, this is where someone has been sick, but not certain what it is, or you don't have a diagnosis, and this month you're getting that diagnosis. And now it's like, okay, let's communicate with the appropriate parties. Let's find, the right doctors, the right healthcare professionals, insurance. Let's talk to the insurance company, whatever it is. Let's get this taken care of. Let's help you find the help that you need. But I think that's for a small percentage of you. I think for the majority of you, this is really coming across as somebody in your family, a fire sign, or someone who has those characteristics of a fire sign, someone who's usually very outspoken and says what's on their mind and doesn't hold back, someone who can be very nurturing and loving, very protective of their family. Someone who's more of a go-getter. So it can be someone like that you're dealing with in your family, and there's some type of secret that's coming to light, being revealed, and you feel like this person stabbed you in the back, okay? And this person knows that they've done wrong. And the sacrifice here with the Hanged Man is letting this person go. I feel like this is a toxic situation. You're letting this person go because you're walking away. You feel left out in the cold. You feel like you didn't get the resolution that you wanted, or you're not getting what you want from this person because they're taking a very passive approach in this. So let me look at this more in detail with these Gypsy Oracle cards here. I first want to look at the Tower. Let me see what the Tower is trying to say. For some of you, this would be someone trying to return to your life that you've already let go of, because in the past they were very selfish, very maybe childish, had immature actions, whatever they've done, in the past, it was something that was very selfish. They may be wanting to reunite and rekindle a friendship. Maybe they're trying to come back this month, but you're still hurt over this situation. And I don't think, let's see what the cards say, but I don't think you're going to be letting them back in because you've walked away and you're not communicating with this person. I want to look at the moon. Yeah. For some of you, this is a wife or a mother-in-law that the relationship has been wounded. The relationship is not well. It's weakened because there was some falseness, deception here. There was a secret of some kind, maybe cheating, possibly, but it may be something else. I feel like you may already know about this. Or if you don't, you'll be knowing about this in the very beginning of the month. Let me look at the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is truth, and it's also a card of victory. It's a bittersweet victory, though. We see with this card, the wreath on one side is very withered, and then on this side it's very full. So it's a bittersweet victory, and the bittersweet victory comes in. The loss of this relationship is the bitter aspect, but the sweet part is now I know the truth, and now I know what to do with this information, okay? The consistency card talks about things not changing. So if this is a person that's returning and they're wanting to reunite and repair the relationship, your view of it is nothing has changed in this person or in this relationship. But again, here we have the Journey card, and then we also have this card of news with the letter. I feel like somebody's trying to come back and communicate with you, but you're telling them you haven't changed and view of you hasn't changed. I still remember what you did. Let's see. I want to look at this Page of Swords. Yeah, look, you're communicating to this person. Pages are about communication, and being the Page of Swords, it's certainly communication because swords represent some form of communication. So here we have the foe, we have misfortune, which is like the Tower in the Rider-Waite deck, and then we have Old Woman, which can represent someone from the past. Okay, this can also be a card representing wisdom that we've gained or learned. So you still see this person as maybe not necessarily a foe, but you don't trust this person. Your relationship is not in a good place. So you're communicating to this person, look, I remember what you did. We have the Tower here, and then we have the Tower here. I remember what you did. I know what you did. And I'm all the wiser for it. Therefore, we are not continuing. This cannot be repaired. Another message here with the Old Woman is this is someone from the past. Again, trying to return and remedy this situation, but you still see them in this light. Okay? So that's what I have for the general reading, guys. I'm going to move into what's coming in for the single Libras for the month of March. Again, if you want a more personalized view of what's going on in your situation, please request a private reading and we can look at your particular situation, okay? Because these are general readings. Okay, let's see what's coming up for single Libras for the month of 18. What are the love messages for single Libras for March 2017? We have the King of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Devil, Three of Pentacles, the Empress, Two of Wands, Eight of Cups, Four of Cups, Three of Cups. The bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So first and foremost, it's clear as day here in these cards for me. There's some of you who are divorced or separated and you have children with maybe a water sign. So a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Okay? Doesn't have to be that, but they're showing up as the water sign here. And this was a toxic relationship that was let go of. Okay? It's gone, it's done, it's in the past. But you still have to work with this person because you have children together. Now, in the month of March, something is coming up here where there's a decision that you have to make with this person regarding your children. And the way you're looking at making this decision is, what are the long-term ramifications, or what are the long-term benefits of, what are the pros and cons basically, and the long-term consequences of this decision. This ex may be trying to use the children to reconnect with you on a romantic level this month, because you've already walked away from this relationship. However, they give you something to ponder. I feel like they want to work on bringing back the family unit, okay? They be coming back and saying, we worked better as a family, the kids need us together, so forth. And you're looking at, okay, well, what are the long-term ramifications or consequences of this decision? Do I really want to reconnect with this person because it was a toxic relationship and I've already let them go? So there's a moment here where you're pondering and you're trying to consider what your options are. However, the Four of Cups does remind us that there's something that we're not aware of that's coming in. And I see this coming in towards the later part of March. So I want to say maybe at the earliest, mid-March to the end of March. There's something new or some new information coming in that's going to help you make this decision. And whatever decision you make, it leads to a happy ending, okay? You're going to be happy, and there's going to be a reason to celebrate the outcome of this decision. So that's one of the messages I have here. That's for some of you. I feel like for some of you, there'd be a water sign that's around your family unit. So this can be like a friend of a sibling, or maybe the parent, or somebody knows, a cousin maybe knows this water sign. This person, maybe they've tried to connect with you in the past, but either you weren't in a good place or they weren't in a good place, and so it fell through, it didn't work out. They may be trying to come back and work with you and try to build a relationship with you. And I feel like at first they're going to try to reconnect with you as a friend, but I think you're aware that, what their intentions are. And I see you being the Empress here in the center. And I think you're trying to decide whether or not you want to give this person a chance. And you're going to take some time to reflect on this. You don't have to give an answer right away. Regardless of what decision you're dealing with, whether it's with the one with the children or the one I'm speaking of now, you don't have to give an answer right away. You need time to think about it. But there's going to be a reason to be happy with the outcome. You may, this water sign, if this is like a family friend of some sort who didn't work out in the past, they try to reconnect with you through your siblings or through your family, and they participate in like a family gathering or a celebration of some kind, or maybe you and your cousins or siblings are you know, going out for an evening or whatnot, and they want to tag along because they want this opportunity to reconnect with you. Okay? So let me look with these Gypsy Oracle cards and we'll get more clarification on this. I want to look at the Devil card first. Yeah, so there's somebody here who's wanting to reconnect. The Room card represents secrets, hidden feelings, things that we keep hidden in our heart. This person still has romantic feelings for you. And finally this month, because they've been waiting and waiting for an opportunity to reconnect or voice their feelings, and I think this is the month where they're going to do it. Now, these three cards coming up on the Devil card, I would say you do have reason to be leery of whatever they're offering because it is on the Devil card. So, you know, this can be multiple things, being a general reading. It could be they're not in a good place, you're not in a good place. Maybe together you two do not work well together. Maybe you two were together in the past and it was a very toxic relationship, and the cards are saying if you try to reconnect with this person, you're just going to be repeating that pattern. Let me look at the Three of Pentacles here. Yeah. We have the Journey, Young Woman, and the Soldier. This person's very adamant about meeting with you and traveling and meeting you. They're looking for ways to connect. So whether that's through children, whether that's through family, they want to, and they may be asking for help from family members or friends and saying, hey, I want an opportunity to talk to this person, or what do you think I should do? Because they still have feelings for you. They still have feelings here. Let me look at the Three of Cups. Excuse me, the cards have flipped over. Three of Cups. So the celebrate being that you realize with this consistency card, it talks about things remaining the same. Things are constant. Things are not changing. You still recognize that this person doesn't really have your best interest at heart, perhaps. You still remember how things ended or how things were in the relationship. This misfortune card is like the Tower, right? So you still are remembering that there's consistency in the way things were, and that you two don't have what it takes to make a relationship work. So there's somebody around you that is aware of you that maybe you haven't had a romantic relationship with, but they're wanting one, but you know that this person's maybe in an unhealthy place and you know that it wouldn't work out. Or this is someone that you maybe had a past with and have children with. They're wanting to reconnect and rebuild and establish the family. But you're saying, look, things haven't changed between us. You know, we can't repair things just because you think it would be a better idea. So that's what I have for the singles. Let me go ahead and look at what's coming in for the coupled Librans for the month of March. We have the Chariot, the Eight of Rods, the Hermit, Queen of Cups. You guys got a lot of water people around you. Page of Pentacles, Three of Swords, the Emperor, Nine of Pentacles, sorry, and then the Knight of Rods. And at the bottom of the deck for overall energy, we have Judgment. So with Judgment being the overall energy at the bottom of the deck, what this is really telling me is I feel like you're reestablishing something in your relationship, but you're doing things differently than what you've done before. Let me just look over the spread here. I see for some of you, it's a matter of regaining confidence in yourself and your independence in the relationship. Overcoming, I want to say, heartbreak or a challenging time in your relationship is coming up but part of you overcoming the challenge in the relationship is finding your independence outside of the relationship. I feel like with the Hermit here and the Nine of Pentacles, it's as if you're asking yourself, who am I when I'm not in this relationship? Who am I? And what do I want on an individual level? And I see you being very passionate this month about finding that. It's like some of you are wanting maybe to find a promotion or new work, or you're wanting to better yourself in some way. And there's great victory in that. With the Chariot here, it's like I'm driving forward, I'm overcoming these obstacles in our relationship. I think you're kind of putting your emotions aside this month of whatever happened here with the Three of Swords. I feel like you're moving on. Now that's one message for you. For some of you, this is moving on from a relationship. This is you saying goodbye. I feel like your partner is someone who's very controlling. It's either you or the partner who are very controlling, wanting to possess the other partner. And I think that may be why, if you're the one being possessed and controlled, you're seeking your independence, and you may be letting go of this partner because they are too controlling. You're wanting your independence, and it's almost like, again, you're saying, who am I without this person? They've taken over so much of my life and how I live and how I see myself. I want to make that determination for myself. I don't want someone else telling me who I am and what I can do and can't do and so forth. So overall, guys, it's talking about new beginnings. And it's like an awakening. These people were dead in the coffins, and then this angel comes and blows his trumpet, and it's a new life. They were dead, and now they're reborn in a new life. So it's new ways of thinking, new ways of understanding yourself, understanding the world around you, your part in the world. Being that it's a major arcana card, it's a major energy. So it's something big. And your partner, if I haven't said it yet, it can be a water sign. Another water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, male or female. Or they can be an Aries. But the Chariot here is also saying you want to bring balance back to your life. And I don't think it's just balance back in your romantic relationship. I think it's balance in your life. Because they've controlled too much of your life and you feel out of whack. I want to look at the Emperor here. Excuse me. I think in the past you were kind of praying. This man, he was praying and wishing and hoping for a change, okay? And this angel's coming in and blessing him. But I think the blessing here comes in of understanding that this person, we have the falseness card. This person's not on the up and up, okay? They're just not out for what's best for you or the relationship. I'm getting a strong sense of selfishness and ego and pride here. And it was almost like you're waiting. You were waiting for this person to change. You were waiting for your relationship to change. Now you're tired of waiting. And you're taking a more proactive approach in ending what needs to end, or making the necessary changes in your life so that you can find happiness. Let me look at this Three of Swords. Money be a factor here. I don't know if they took money from you or they've been taking, like maybe there's someone that they don't want to work or they don't want to contribute, and you've been doing all the sacrificing here. You've been the one working, and there's a great sadness here and melancholy because this relationship lacks love. It lacks romance. There's nothing here that says there's love here, honestly. It's like you're together for the reasons that you feel you need to be together, or maybe because you're comfortable, but other than that, it's like it's lost its charm. Let me look at the Judgment card. Rebirth. I think you've been wanting happiness and joy, and that's your focal point. Maybe you were hoping that you could find it in your partner again, but you're realizing that you're trapped in this relationship and you need to break free. You need to break free, and it's in breaking free and beginning anew that you find your happiness. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Libras. I hope you enjoyed your reading. Please like, share, subscribe, and if you'd like a private reading, again, I'm offering a special, so an additional minutes on a 3-minute reading for free, and an additional minutes on a 3-minute reading for free. So please, if you're interested, come check me out. My website will be listed below, and I wish you all much love and light, and a wonderful bye.